All right, so Silvy, you want to? But you're getting in the teeth here, my friend. let me say something first.
Okay.
I'll say
do you want to give the background on this too?
Listen, the Black and Abdallah had a field day with me about an hour ago. I called, I told Yurko we got to bring slacks.
Slacks.
I say slacks. I wouldn't know how to find a Reddit post if you paid me. I got to be honest.
I would not either.
Reddit.com, I would
Is
think.
that how you do it? Is that how you sign up?
Older than Slack.
I thought. Did you say slacks or slack?
Slacks.
Yeah, I thought Reddit was the place you went to get,
Tommy. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
To get different,
My point is, I'm
It's a
so
message
old.
board.
I say things like slacks. I wouldn't know what is on Reddit. What would be the purpose of it? I've never gone to Reddit.com. I have no idea.
I don't think Reddit is that new, though. I think Reddit's been around as a message board for a while.
I thought that's where Abdallah got all of his video illegal.
Well, but I mean, it's not new.
Illegal streaming.
It's not from when we were kids, Silvy. Let's put it that way.
World.
Yeah, I don't know. All I'm saying is I had no idea about it until I got into work today, and they're like, "Oh, there's a Reddit thing saying that Silvy's source is Travis Bagent," and I said, what was his name? Travis?
Yes.
Is that his name? I said, let me stop you guys, okay? And Silvy and I have been friends for a long time, and this has got nothing to do with that. I said, let me stop you real quick. I said, if you think Silvy went on and wrote what he wrote in print or has said some of the things he said on the air based off a conversation he had with
Tyson Bagent's dad.
On a conversation he had with Tyson Bagent's father, I said, you got to be out of your mind. And I don't have to defend Silvy, and I'm not defending Silvy because he's my friend. If I hated Silvy, I tell you, I've known him long enough and known his history in town to tell you that his source isn't Travis Bagent.
Do you want to read what the Reddit thread had to say?
I don't have it in front of me.
It's been tweeted to me a million times.
It's insane.
And Silvy's a fraud, Silvy's this, and Silvy's that. And I don't want to leave anything out. I don't have it in front of me. I don't know if Black and Abdallah can read it.
Hold on, they already went upstairs.
Gone.
Hold on, I can. Charlie can probably find it. Charlie, find it.
Read it so I can I could just so people who are, because again, I never know what is in the 1% of just the Twitter thing. I asked Waddle before this. I said, hey, do you know anything about this? What I've been going through in the last 15 hours. He said, and no clue. Yeah. He said, no clue what's going on.
Well, that's just me also not being connected to much of anything.
Tyler obviously knew.
Here, I have the Reddit thread.
And I addressed one or two tweets. Me 10 years ago, I would have addressed everyone. But again, I try to move on with my day, move on with my family.
Smart.
Addressed one and a couple others, and then I put it down, and I try to for my mental health. But look, when a lot of people come at you, then I'll address it. But read it
Go ahead,
and then I could get the background, and then I'll tell you exactly what I can tell you.
Go ahead, Mallory.
All right, so this is from Roll of Duct Tape on Reddit.
Well, excuse me?
I mean, is this a real
that.
thing? That's what I'm talking about.
Explain that to me. That's the handle?
Somebody named Real Roll of Duct Tape is the one calling Silvy into question?
Which is ironic because the whole Reddit thing is everyone's got an alias. So, everyone wants, Silvy, drop your source. Tell me your source right now or it's not legit, which is real journalism,
this is
of course.
From Mr.
Yeah, because everyone in journalism, everyone tells their sources. And second of all, everybody on Reddit basically has a code name or a screen name or an alias. So now, what's his name?
Roll of Duct Tape.
Roll of Duct Tape. Go ahead. Roll of Duct Tape.
Go ahead. Roll. I can't even believe we're entertaining this. Roll of Duct Tape.
But this is how I am. Look, I always say to our coaches and our front office members and our players, if there's something that you could stand up to or stand for, stand up to it. If you have nothing to hide, just address it.
All right.
So I've got nothing to hide.
This is okay.
To
go
play
ahead.
the role of devil's advocate, Wet Butt 23 did break a story regarding the White Sox in the past, right?
That's
And the Cubs. So
Who?
Red Butt.
Wet Butt 23.
Wet Butt 23.
That's right.
He broke the Eloy trade, right?
He broke the. I think so. One of them.
Whatever.
That was Wet Butt.
Yes. So this is Roll of Duct Tape. Since Bagent has been here, his dad has created unnecessary drama, leaking nonsense to ESPN radio personalities who are not journalists. He did it last year. Same deal. Players wanted Bagent over Fields. Getsy wanted Bagent over Fields, and he did it again this year. Veterans want Bagent over Caleb. This time, Silvy was sloppy and unintentionally revealed his source was Bagent's dad. The day before his tweet, he said Bagent's dad had interesting things to say, but didn't share it immediately. Then he tweeted the breaking news that everyone blamed DJ for. The radio guys don't hide their relationship with Bagent's dad. This thing isn't a new thing. It's unfortunate that they report it despite it being proven BS every time. And if he is the source of the leak, the Bears need to cut that out now. Bagent is replaceable as it gets. If his dad is going to be sowing discord with his franchise rookie QB, cut him. Oh, and so much for all the DJM hate in that thread. People are quick to blame guys with zero proof. Good work.
I've defended DJ Moore the entire season. Let me start from the top. The Bagent stuff about me mentioning Bagent stat on Monday. I ran into Travis Bagent on the way up to the press box. I've always been friendly with Travis Bagent when I've run into him at Soldier Field, just like I've always been friendly with Jack Sanborn's mom or other players' parents who come up. I'm a relationship person. If you see me here in Mundelein, if you've ever been to our stage at Bears games, as a fan, as somebody who comes up, I am always going to be friendly to you, and including players' parents. We tried to get Travis Bagent on last year in the height of his fame as the Beast. He always declined. I ran into Travis Bagent on my way up to the press box, and I did say on Monday that I ran into him. The funny part of what I had to say to him at the time was, hey, what do you think of Shane Waldron? And he told me he loved him. And that was the end of the conversation of any Bears stuff, and I ran up to the booth to go see the game because I go from the pregame to the booth. And that was it with Travis Bagent. If you think, as a reporter in this town for 26 years, whose job is not to break stories, so I don't go after these things. I only do it when I know I have it on 1,000% lock from the actual source, like I had it with Chase Claypool and some of the other things. And people were yelling at me in the week of the Chase Claypool thing. Oh, Justin went up on the podium and said Chase Claypool has been a model citizen. And Eberflus went up on the podium and said Chase Claypool's done everything right. I got it from inside that building, 100% lockdown, that he was not doing everything right. And 3 months later, he was traded. So if you think that I would ever use a parent of a player as my source regarding going to someone in the front office or a coach suggesting or requesting, and I've always used those language. In my tweet, I think I used request. Suggesting or requesting. It was never a demand. And I said it was just a segment of those leadership people saying, hey, what about we go to Tyson Bagent? If you think I would never, ever, ever, and I'm looking at the camera right now, use Travis Bagent as a source, nor do I get information from him. I would discount that coming from the player's dad. That's pure silliness. I get it from people inside that building who work there every single day. I stand by my sources. I will not give my sources up, because if I give my sources up, I will not have those sources in the future. They trust me because I have proven to be trustworthy over the 26 years that I have worked locker rooms. If you want to disagree with me and you don't like my work, that's one thing. But when you come to me and you say that you're a liar or you're making stuff up or you just want clicks, that's complete nonsense. Then you could walk away. The Bears are giving us enough clicks to begin with because of their dysfunction that they can't operate. And to think that anyone thinks that this is ruining Caleb, this is on the players. The players are doing this to themselves. I have said this for the last couple of weeks. They've been enabled by this front office, by this coaching staff, to give their voice over everything, from the offensive coordinator to the head coach to who should play quarterback. And this isn't a Mark Silverman wants Caleb. I want Caleb Williams to thrive.
Of course.
You think that I don't want my first franchise quarterback ever? My job is to report what is actually going on. If you choose not to believe what's actually going on, fine. But don't make stuff up strictly because it fits your narrative. There are no narratives here. This is strictly from me on my sources that are 1,000% accurate what's going on.
Come on, tell us your source. No, I'm just kidding.
No, look, I mean, and look, what's the right way to do things? Was I better off ignoring this and just saying these are just a bunch of Twitter people who want attention and want to get me riled up? Maybe some people would choose that route. In my years on the radio, in my 17 years on Waddle and Silvy, I've always been an open book. Whether it's through illness, whether it's through good times, whether it's through family stuff, getting married, having kids, or going to sporting events. I always choose to be an open book. So if my name is being dragged through the mud for something I completely did not do, you're damn straight I want to address it.
You handle it however you want to handle it.
Of course, yes. I wouldn't get too, and I wouldn't, in doing it in the way you're doing it now is the best way to do it. Don't start engaging it with every knucklehead on Twitter. I mean, what's the point? It's not going to get you anywhere.
You'd never get any sleep.
It's not going to get you anywhere. People are going to believe what they're going to want to believe. You know what you did was right, and you stand on the way you reported it. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. So who cares what Duck Roll says? I mean, like, and he knows that you got your story from Travis Bagent. Like, how would he know?
He doesn't know.
I mean, it's complete nonsense.
Yes.
And so, you know, and if you you addressed it in a passionate way, and that's fine. Don't let it get you down. Don't start engaging with every person on social media because you're not going to get anywhere doing it. There's no end game. It'll go on and on forever. You said your piece. You said your piece. You stand by what you said. You'll report and break future stories too. And, you know, that's it.
I think your track record speaks for itself.
Exactly.
I hope it does. It doesn't for everybody, and that's fine. Look, not everyone likes me. I know that. Yurko's one of them.
He's already gone.
He's mad that he missed out on a big payday at Aqueduct. Wow. He can't believe it.
For what? Payday for what?
I fell asleep for 10 minutes. What's going on?
He missed an exacta, a $700 exacta.
Oh, boy.
788, Tommy.
What we're at?
10 to Aqueduct. 10 to 1 shot.
At Aqueduct?
That Aqueduct. The horses were in the gate. He was trying to get the bet in. He couldn't get it.
As I always say, you stood up for yourself, and that's all you need to do. And then you just keep on keeping on.
That's right,
brother.
Keep it on.
Keep on keeping on.
That's exactly right.
Now we'll talk about a bad football team for the next 4 hours.
I mean, come on.
When I see you, you can tell me who your two sources are, all right?
No, you don't tell me.
You don't even want to know, Johnny.
He can tell me who they are.
No,
I'm a journalist.
I don't share my sources.
That's right. He's not going to. I'll tell you this: he hasn't shared them with me, nor have I asked. Because I think that's the best way to do it.
The person named Duck Roll on Reddit
it's
yelling
duct
to reveal your sources or anybody else has never sat in a journalism class.
Silvy.
Has never been on a beat.
Hold on, guys.
I mean, you like that. That's what you're dealing with.
Guys, I broke 2 stories here.
Yes, you did. You didn't reveal your sources.
Cheap stuff, correct?
100% dead on balls accurate. And I had a guy at my own station try to tell me that I didn't have the story right.
Who?
You know who?
I don't.
It was the overseas stuff, right?
No.
No, that was me. I got Cap on that one.
No, it was this stuff. My stuff
sources
was
were right on that one.
Ozzy interviewed with the White Sox for the head
Oh,
job.
yeah.
Cap said
Yeah, and then he came on and said, no, that's not what.
Yurko is 100% right.
Quiet.
Did anyone go on Reddit?
Don't speak.
Yeah, did anybody go on Reddit?
Anybody go on Reddit?
Even
try
worse.
to smear you?
Even worse, came on at my own station and tried to.
Carm, my favorite is that people say that, hey, they're going up at the podium and they're completely denying it, making you sound foolish.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because we all know coaches and players never lie at the podium.
Right. You've never heard of a story being broken and then the player's like, no, that didn't happen. What's he supposed to say? What's Cole Kmet supposed to say yesterday? I went and said Travis Bagent or Tyson Bagent should start?
DJ actually said he was surprised that they fired Shane Waldron.
And I think it's silly that anybody should want Caleb not to start. Caleb is the future. This is like what we want and what's happening are 2 different things.
You gotta work through it. You gotta coach him through it. He's gotta work through his own mistakes.
They had some great rants today nationally. There have been some people. I think you said it too, Carm, today. The country again. They were raving about us in the offseason. We win the offseason Super Bowl. And then we're in the toilet bowl in the regular season.
right.
They make fun of us.
And they're not.
And we're
gonna
not
win another
even.
game,
We're in week 10,
week 11.
week 11.
They might not win another game. And